And hello, everyone. Well, my name is Crystal Myers-Barber, and today is June the 7th, 2025. I want to talk to you about something. It's a very pressing situation that can affect every single person's platform, especially influencers and creators like myself. I You can't believe this has happened to me, but I was censored on Facebook just this week. And I don't mean censored, my whole Facebook page was shut down 100%. And here's what happened. I want to talk about this because this has to do with an overreach of AI. And as a matter of fact, Marjorie Taylor Greene and there's some other representatives in Congress, they're discussing this right now. Apparently, in the big, beautiful bill, actually, Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about how she didn't read it in 2022. And so this went in where AI can man things for 10 years without any human interaction. And apparently there's some provision they're trying to put in the big, beautiful bill to get this out. So that's a summary of that. So the reason this is so important is because I am an example of what AI has done, the overreach of AI. So basically, on my Facebook account, I've had it for over 15 years. That's a very long time. I'm in Southern California, but my family members, many of my family and friends are all throughout the United States, but mostly on the East and in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. And I'm now 100%, they shut it down. I am a creator there on Facebook, and my post had over 100,000 views. So I was building a real audience. I was making an impact with what I was posting. Then suddenly, just out of nowhere, on the 4th of June, this is very fresh, out of nowhere, Facebook shut my page down after I hit click on a certain post. We can get into that in a minute, but there was no warning, no strike, there was no explanation. It just came up. AI just made this decision. I knew it was because it was in seconds. Just when I went post, it was seconds. So not a human made this decision. And there was no appeal other than a one-click decision do you want to appeal this? Yeah, I do. So I had another account tied in with this as a business account, and it's tied into my same identity. And so now I cannot get into any of these accounts. And in order to even, let's say, start a new account on Facebook, if this were to happen, just starting over is almost unthinkable because of all the work I've done and the, platform under Crystal Myers-Barber, my name. You have to have another like Wi-Fi provider. You'd almost have to move and get another cell phone basically, because they had the facial recognition. And so you would not be able to use the same, fake pictures. It would be like impossible, I think, in today's time to go this incognito. And so it's just wrong. And basically I'm telling you about this because here on YouTube and I'm back on X again right now. And I'm going to put this up on, many other places. So thank you for watching this replay. And also thank you for sharing this because this really is not just about me. AI censorship is also silencing other creators. I've heard about others. So there's no accountability here and there's no way to talk to a human. Do you know that if this happens to you, you cannot pick up the phone, call Meta, you can't even email? Apparently I've tried to email, reach out, but there's no contact back to me. So it's part of a bigger problem. Automated systems deciding on our digital future. And also I have been removed. I have no digital imprint. My husband is there and it says married, but it no longer says to who. And every comment I made through all these years, and even in Facebook groups, it's heartbreaking. It's like disappeared. So the memory has been wiped out, all my videos and everything. And we already know Facebook was going to erase every single Facebook Live in July. That was already coming, and we had chances to download them for all of us that made those. But this is way worse. I mean, so this is a call to action. I want to know if this has happened to you. Please comment below or DM me so we can share our stories. I've already reached out to media outlets and lawmakers to get this looked into. I've reached out to, I think it's Liberty Counsel, who handled the lawsuit with Gavin Newsom and when he shut down the churches, during COVID. I have actually reached out to them because this is a First Amendment right situation. That this is taking my First Amendment away for a post where I put 2 posts out when this happened. The first one was talking about family, which is currently being destroyed, may I add. I talked about family, and the second post was talking about a politician, and happened to be RFK Jr., the Maha Make America Healthy Again, and he was talking about a certain subject, and so I was targeted. And I have already reached out and tagged Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene because I know she is speaking out against AI taking over like this. She's been very vocal about it. And I just wanted to give you a update on this because some of you do not know this about what is happening with AI. And the post that I received that very night, it was midnight of all things, June the 4th, it said that there would be a 1-day review. And they said they would either approve me to come back in or disable my account forever, that I would never be able to have this account. This is insanity. I mean, I don't have any strikes on the account. As a matter of fact, like I said, I was a creator and was able to be monetized off of all of my posts. And it started up for a while, but this one, there seemed to be a new clearance, because I had just posted, of all things, baby Trumps. I'd posted those little videos where baby Trump and baby Elon was going viral. And I was also caught by AI on 3 of those was reels on Facebook. And they gave me some sort of a warning. They warned me. So this is really weird that this has gone to be this, far. So I'm actually really surprised, but I didn't realize that this would be, I guess, so upsetting. I know that I was banned like thousands of people on YouTube back in May of 2021. And then after 3.5 years, after all, many of the elections took place, I was back on YouTube. My whole platform was restored after 3.5 years. I mean, you lose everything by then. And you can't come back when you're a creator and you have a name out there. You can't come back the same way. I mean, you could do, I guess on YouTube it may be a little different, but on Facebook it's completely no way. I mean, you cannot start up a new account with .1, Crystal Myers-Barber .1, because I've already looked at this. You have to have a new IP address. And out here in California, there's a monopoly on the provider for your web. So it's only one. And so at this time, it's literally impossible. And so what I'm doing is fighting this legally as a First Amendment right. And this is, where I stand. And so I'll be keeping you updated because this is major. This is a major situation for every single person that has an account anywhere to realize that AI could flag you and take down your entire digital imprint of whatever they deem. And I had no explanation. This is the worst thing about this. I'm just guessing what I was flagged for, but I don't know. I wasn't told what it was. So I'm only taking a guess. So this is very concerning. And at the same time, people that are heavily monetized, that are making, money, let's say off of X, where I'm streaming here right now live, or platforms like YouTube and Facebook, you know there's only certain subjects you can go into. And some people are making so much money. I mean, they're making an income, they're making thousands and thousands of dollars. And they are pretty much, you cannot say certain, talk about certain subjects, and that, or you will be, penalized. You could be shut down like me forever. And I didn't even really go off the edge onto any depth of subjects. Mine was talking, it was talking about there's 23 or actually more states that are in legislation right now against certain things that are happening with those planes in the sky. And I was just going to I copied a picture of a post from RFK Jr. and I just screenshot it and then I just posted it up and it did a bunch of hashtags. And then that's when everything, crashed and they took everything, took me down basically. So I'm just guessing. So we know that there are certain hot topics that we're not allowed to discuss, and certain people are targeted. I'm a targeted individual that I can't discuss certain things more than others, I've noticed. And then the element of being shadow banned. But listen, shadow banned is nothing in comparison to being just suspended and wiped out for no reason, and worse, that you just don't even know what it is. And so I am taking this all the way. I've contacted Liberty Counsel, which is an incredible place to fight for our First Amendment rights. Also contacting Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's not in my district, but she cares, I think. And I'm also going to contact the White House and the Supreme Court. So they've messed with the wrong person this time around. Last time when we were taken off of YouTube, a lot of people were wiped off of YouTube. And I noticed people were fighting, and perhaps some of those battles did get me back on 3.5 years later, but I'm battling this one out. I almost feel like God is saying, do not dwell on the former things, and I'm doing a new thing. And if I have to suffer like this and be the voice for people in this situation, I'm doing it because this is worth the fight. The fact that I can't contact with my mom, my aunts, my cousins, and just see, the news on a certain platform because AI, a non-human, decided to make this decision because of maybe a post I did. I don't even really know, but this is a, if we don't stand up and go against this, it's just going to take over. And I am here. I am going to represent, and this battle has just begun. So please make sure to share this. I want you to also follow me here. I also want to tell you one more thing before I go. I want to thank you so much for being here to hear, what is going on. But as an influencer, I really need, let's see if I can put this up. Let's see. Stage. There's ways, that I was promoting myself. I was making an Amazon storefront, and I want to help people. And so this is why you can actually put in Linktree and put promo girl 07. You can bring me up. This is just going to show all my socials and everything to, show where I am, my imprint, because I'm not on Facebook right now. But I want to help people. There's ways to block Wi-Fi out, especially when you sleep at night. If you're having trouble sleeping, there's ways to get around that. And I have picked out some ways that I have purchased and I found that help me. And one of them is it's a pouch. It's you put your cell phone in at night. You just basically turn it off and put your cell phone in this pouch. It's called a Faraday pouch, and that's listed on my site on my Amazon storefront called Lux Designs. And also there's a blanket that you can purchase, and I use this every night, and you can place it over you if you feel like you're getting frequencies. People that are targeted do get maybe higher frequencies, and it could be coming just from your Wi-Fi. You should just unplug that every night or when you're not using it. And then I've just included a lot of things like supplements and just fun stuff, also fashion wise. So I just wanted to, plug my promotion in for myself right now. And let me know if you're going through any of this, or if you know anybody that's going through this. I would love to know. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you also for sharing this, because this is very, very concerning for us to be here in this time in 2025, where our voices are being silenced. And there's so much more to talk about this. And I am a believer. I'm a Christian. I believe that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And I also notice that Christians are also being targeted in many, many ways. And so I don't know if this ties into that, but that's why I've picked a Christian organization to be my attorney. If they pick my case up at Liberty Counsel, they were the ones that won the lawsuit when we had a pastor at Pastor Cheon, he sued Governor Gavin Newsom, and won. They won because Gavin Newsom had shut down the churches during COVID, but that he was keeping strip joints and liquor stores and all those other places open. But he was charging, I think it was $1,000 a person if they kept the church open during COVID. And so this is one place I've reached out just to try to represent me. I don't know if they're going to pick up my case, but I'm telling you, this is brand new. I'm contacting every person that I know, even President Trump, because I did a lot of campaigning for him. And I'm going to reach out to the Supreme Court as well, because if we don't get this, the ball rolling on stuff like this, they're just going to do whatever they want. And so I'm not taking this lightly. And I want to thank you for joining me in this, and also sharing my voice, because my voice matters, because I speak up for life and justice and freedom and peace. And I am for peace in the name of Jesus. So God bless y'all, and God bless America. We will win in the name of Jesus.